I don't know whether to title this video how to change out running gears or how not to change out running gears. Today's project is to take that gravity box off the running gear and put it over on this running gear. You might say, why? Well, that running gear, when you go down the road about 20 miles an hour, starts whipping pretty badly. This running gear, I've been down the road 65 mile an hour and it pulls just as straight as can be. I've got to go about 8-9 miles to the elevator to get feed, so I want to make sure that I can travel that distance safely. The issue that I have is whoever had this wagon before welded this square tubing to the frame. So first thing I'm gonna do is shorten the frame so that it's the same distance between the wheels as this one is. Then I'm gonna cut that square tubing off and then slide the box onto the running gear. Purpose for doing this is the elevator says that I can save about $70 a ton on feed if I come and get it in bulk instead of bagged up and on a pallet. So considering the amount that I'm going to need over the years, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make the switch, and then this running gear will lengthen it out and it'll be a hay wagon. Measured the other running gear, the wheelbase is 86 inches. This one's roughly 120. So we got to shorten that down 34 inches. Lots of adjustment there. Each one of those holes is an adjustment. So we'll get it down somewhere close to that 86 inches. So now that I have the reach out and have it laying up on top, and I've got my 86 inches of wheelbase, same as the other gravity wagon running gear, what I'm going to end up doing is cutting both ends of this reach off, and then I'll have to just rebore holes. It really wasn't very difficult to cut those two pieces of steel off each end of this reach. So now I'm going to slide it into the tubes and get the correct length, bore some holes. Got the wagon wheelbase where it needs to be, shortened up the reach, drilled new holes, put the bolts in. Now we've got to remove these short square tubes. The reason for that is because the gravity box skids sit in about 3 inches narrower on each of those. It's like a total of 6 inches narrower than where those square tubes are. So I've got to cut those off, and then we'll have to make up some brackets to come into the desired width once I have the box in place. It actually went better than I thought it would. Just get the grinder out and grind up those nasty edges, make it look nice. Now that we've got all those pieces of square tubing removed, actually I was really surprised they came off pretty easy. Took 4 wheels, but it didn't take a whole lot of time. So now we're going to take the grinder and clean all that mess up. One down, 3 to go. There's easier ways to do this, I'm sure. We used to take a 55-gallon barrel, put it under each corner, raise the wagon up, and then put like a 4x6 or a 6x6 across, pull the running gear out, back the new wagon in. I don't have any 55-gallon barrels, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook on to that cross member and come up here and attach there with a come along and just start winching it up onto the new running gear. Now, here's why I had to remove the square tubing, because the new one is going to rest about here. The new skid, that right there, will rest about here. So that was out way too far to be able to bolt up to that skid. All right, let's go get it come along and start winching this bad boy on. A forklift or a SkyTrack would sure be handy about now. Got the gravity box chained up to the come along to a stationary point with a quick hitch. And I know that we're going to probably have an issue with the discharge. I don't know if I'm going to get past that tires. Either way, I'm going to slide it one side to get past, because I can slide it back and forth. Time to get busy with the come along. I wouldn't say it was easy, but at least it's done. So with that, we're going to wrap this up, call it a video, and until the next time, take care and God bless.